Attended my primary school, and I want to then I put invest minds and technology. That is SRC. I'm the local NUGS coordinator. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Ebenezer. Welcome.
Thank you.
What's the
I forgot the name of it.
use the website?
Yes.
Thank you for being honest. So on your CV, you have problems solved.
Yes.
The last what the
In the Unity Cup, go to a where an electrical have to pay, and there was kind of misunderstanding, and with the help
what actually is that?
so youth work, as I said, which are part of the youth model parliamentary which are engaging.
So what has
So some of those youth work can be and the me the youth model parliament for have learned being how to communicate problems and that me to know have a few knowledge about some entrepreneurship. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So he said, so you know anything about experience? My experience. No, please. Yeah. Just I was school. English. Um, pressure, knife, the police, and within that challenge, those time have them and also be called to motivate them that they give you, and some of them to thank him that so before you leave as a witness and we waited patiently to receive the money that was being to us. And I gave us how shall we that? What should how can that should have a big sorry, I didn't to headman's name over there. What one of these? The first time seen and it was I didn't poster.
We're supposed to use
So
animation. And that includes English, account, which account languages.
just this actually that's why this one is
Yeah, to
no that is
those people, just you.
Actually, I did a scientific and a chemistry, so like I don't know. I miss you. Let me say change
So
the words.
if you are PMC, then yes, I think you choose one.
So if
Why you are
I was back then when I was in
so
internet.
what are you?
So
Okay, thank you. What's under your skills, communication skill? Give me four formal modes of communication.
I think maybe written
Read the question. Read the question. Start again.
mode of communication.
Four formal modes of communication. Let's go.
It can be in a form of written, and it can be a verbal form, and it can also be in unwritten form.
Do you think written is formal?
I'm subjected to be corrected.
Okay. You have corrected yourself already. Yes or no?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. The local. What did you achieve as the local Muslim?
So
Give me very things you have achieved later.
just which currently how first thing that I've achieved purchasing of the sound system that will be used in the audio for the purpose of in terms of helping to apply their Ghana Charter to therefore the no fee stress policy is an achievement. And also help students to and the achievement
Change achievement.
we are you.
Yes, can we clap for our candidate? Yes, now. It wasn't just guys, it's a good achievement.
So we are moving on to general narrative. So according to Ghana, Ghana organic stability, yeah, that's about 715 2006. Or can you say
No. What do you feel that on that going up on that campus?
help me? The law what accommodations must institutions like or for persons under Act 715.
So transport agents should make sure that they are kind of fit for people or persons with disabilities. And also for the educational system, the, the Ministry of Education will have to introduce a program, let me say, a that will be for that.
There is assessment by programs or
The SRC of the National Executive Council, the SRC president, yeah, vice president, they are all part of the National Executive Council.
please say first in I said what should be taken.
So the Chinese need to the national NUGS to be taken of. Yeah,
Supervisor.
Professor Miss Sam Akuf.
Miss or Miss. Okay. When did you come here?
That was on 12th November 2004.
So let me ask you this. What do you understand by rule of law? See that council.
The law that explains an institution of a body.
That's the way that comes to mind.
Mr. Ebenezer.
Yes.
I know what you mean by the let operate for agencies.
Please the question again.
Any contribution made by the African Union Each member states. Which maybe
So they ensure that kind of reduction of goods and
no, I'm talking about one program initiative. You know about African international intercontinental international free trade area.
no.
So what do you know the state of Ghana's economy?
No.
Just tell us.
Exactly.
I'm not expecting a specific answer. Just current affairs. Anything you know about Ghana's state of finances.
Exactly.
The current GDP of Ghana.
No.
What is GDP?
Gross domestic product.
All my follow-up questions are yeah.
Yes.
What did the finance minister went to parliament to give us the media review? Which one?
That is in July.
The time.
Well,
Is the current how many lecture halls do we have? You must say. You told me to do anymore.
that.
There is that. How many departments do you have on campus? You must say.
We have the electrical and electronic engineering. We have the legal engineering. We also have the civil engineering. We also have the computer science, the mathematics. Yeah.
Please to stand by your hands and we have exams on okay. Go ahead.
Ebenezer. Tetteh. What is meant easy?
Physical discipline. Physical discipline can be in a form of torture, maybe lashing students when the person goes wrong.
Did you hear physical or fiscal? Can you
Head.
spell the word you heard?
I hate physical.
Okay, so fiscal discipline.
Physical discipline.
Not fiscal. We are talking about finances. Fiscal. If you don't know,
I have no idea.
Have you heard of the Securities and Exchange Commission?
I've heard about it, but
What do they do?
actually I've not read.
What's meant by budget overrun?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, Faith, you are preparing for handing over and realize the semester auditors. Means what's the constitution?
7 days before the auditing exam.
So what is the penalty for the
For auditing.
The student asks you why you keep multiple charges for incomes, expenditures, and dues. What typical constitution duty requires you to do so?
Pardon?
The student asks you why you keep multiple charges for income, expenditures.
So the SRC constitution.
How does the treasurer's oath relate to this duty? How does the treasurer duty?
Yes.
O. O-A-T.
From the
So my next question. You are asked to meet when the president abroad, right? They send a check now. They send a check alone valid. You get my question.
The question.
To release funds when the president is abroad, right? A loan valid.
To the
Now,
article 4 of 1 section 5 stating the duties of the SRC treasurer.
it's the article again.
Chapter 4 article 9 section 5.
Article 9, section 5.
Justice. Because there is no money. Yeah, you can proceed.
Differentiates cash accounting work.
So cash accounting is state whereby money from the can be from any of the agencies like SRC is being given now and they are approval where the approval. Well, which of the sure yes government who is the approval.
Why? Why should you do that?
Because like I said, the approval is the money or the fund that is being accumulated by any committee or person which is given out by the SRC.
So because your definition for your scheme project, it means your finance.
Thank you. That's
Tell me if your budget is utilized at the end of that,
What is the hours for leadership? You don't understand or you didn't hear.
I didn't get the last part.
Think about your leadership as a
You see that I didn't get.
when you understand the academic year. What is about your leadership as a treasurer?
So it tells us that I'm not well accountable as if it is that you.
What's the implication of spending more than the SRC revenue?
So as this standing orders say that the use not approved by the LA and the transactions, then the down graph of transaction with the LA.
What are the implications of spending more revenue? That's really question. Okay. So, which provision seeks to attain checks and balances in the SRC's finances? If you can't state the provision, you can state a scenario.
So checks and balances, I'll use accountability, which is part of the serving public of the legislative assembly, whereby the SRC treasurer must be accountable for all funds that they give us. They give it out. So after you've done your budget, you present it to the LE and you follow the process over there and approve it.
So, who holds signatories to the SRID SRC accounts?
We have the SRC treasurer, the president, and the two accountants.
So, assuming you are the treasurer and there are accusations of embezzlement, and you genuinely
So with that, I'll submit every copies of the writings to the investigation committee of the LA, and after they have gone to their necessary and found from maybe any of the committees, then they can go into the judicial committee of the judicial council. Then they look for the appropriate sanctioning and they give out the letter to the student public.
there is no official petition, just public. Maybe you have court of public opinion, people saying their things. So in you also hold a signature to account. So maybe what would you do about that? Not there's no official petition. Not,
If the individual, the committee, the various committee at which the money is being given out to them, if found out that some of the money have not been accounted for, they will be summoned by the LE, and after necessary communication or question, the investigation committee of the LE will have to investigate them and see that any money have been misused. And if found that no money is used, then they can communicate to the students. But found out that money have been misused, since the investigation committee does not have the power to give them any sanction, then they channel the information to the JC.
so describe to us how an audit report. Audit report. Describe.
I don't get the question of how the audit report is.
Features of an audit report.
So So a report contains the items that you've purchased, and contain the quantity of the item, and you also have the unit prices for any of the and amount spent, the total prices, and you also have to, on top of it, you have to tell, explain all the procedures or the activities for which the money was being spent for. And then the audit committee have to review it and make sure that the necessary information is being.
So what are the processes in auditing? Let's say you are auditing maybe a course rep, let's say a course rep of one class, only one class. What are the things you require? What are the things you need from that person?
So I'll require their bank statement, their bank draft for all the items that have been purchased.
Okay, continue.
So after receiving all their bank statement, the bank draft, the receipts, and maybe if a money has been given out to a person without a receipt, I'll receive their honor of certificate of that, and I'll ensure that all the things that the receipt that have been given to me is in tally with the based on the reports that they have given to me.
No, there's no audit. There's no audit. Let's proceed. Can you differentiate between an invoice and a receipt?
So, this documentation the price of the thing that you have purchased, the total prices that have been, and an invoice is contain the price of a listed item at which you are about to purchase. Yeah. So for example, maybe I go and ask for the price of the speaker, I can take an invoice and bring it to the treasurer, and then the money is being given out, and I give it to the person.
Okay, this is a stretch. You can sip some water to it. So you good. So remember the question, right? Do you think being a junior member is difficult?
There is no junior member.
There's no junior member. Hey, okay.
Okay, yeah. The junior member. Yeah. The junior member.
So how do you pass being a student and being financial academics?
So currently, me being the coordinator, have been able to balance academic. So I believe being the treasurer, and as well, since I've been in an office before and being able to balance my academics and everything, I'll be able to do that. So I actually,
Go on.
I actually have to follow a processes in a day. So the academic coordinator, I wake up a day, I know that.
Okay, thank you. How would you handle criticism or accusation concerning SRC finances?
With that, I'll leave it to the.
How you to leave it to them? They are not responsible for finances. You are.
So as me being the treasurer, being responsible for all financial, let me say, finance of the SRC. But in terms of any misconduct, you have to present all the information to the LA for the investigation committee to investigate before giving it out to the
Misconduct, what kind of misconduct?
It can be maybe not misappropriation of use of
Like,
yes.
just
No. I was saying that the misconduct is the misuse of students, or let's say, in terms of
let me help you. There's a rule that some of our finances went to place not the accusation on you as the SRC. How are you going to respond to that?
with every transaction, there is a receipt or a bank draft. So before there is any accusation, then it means they have not submitted the necessary information to the end. So I will submit all the receipt and everything, and the audit committee have to audit all the transactions that I have made, checking my bank reports, my bank statement. With them checking, they can know that okay, if I have the SRC have misused any student
Do you have
fund or
any
no.
financial background?
Yes.
So tell us
So currently, me being a local news coordinator,
financial background for you. Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
What's an annual certificate? Give me an example of right and annual certificate. Example of an annual certificate. You have one many. Mr. Ebenezer, please, your time is up. Time is up. Come on. Let's move. What's your take on agenda 111? You know agenda 111. Do you know?
I've heard but I've not read.
Do you know?
No.
Is there a difference between a official secretary?
Yes,
What is the difference?
so for the treasurer, is the custodian of all the signatories for all the SRC funds or dues for all the checks. And he is in charging all the funds in the SRC account, but for the financial secretary, he or she is responsible for keeping all financial records.
What is a check? A check.
The check is a book that contains all the details of information of persons who have the bank. It's a document of who has an account in a particular bank, who is giving out money without him, the owner, let me say the person who is in charge of the money being there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What key elements must a check contain? Give me two.
So the name of the person, the recipients, the name of the person, and the signature of the person.
How we create personal financial assets?
I'll make sure that I keep record of all SRC. I'll make sure that I keep record of all SRC draft, bank draft, receipts, and all check records.
Do you understand financial literacy?
Yeah.
Okay, what is financial literacy?
Financial literacy is the ability of the person to have a knowledge of finance and how to manage financial resources.
Please come again.
Ability of the person to know much about finance and know how to manage money or financial resources and be accountable for all the funds.
Is there a difference between an invoice and receipt?
Yes.
Kindly state the difference.
So the receipt is a document that contains the price of item or itemized box, and the invoices contain is the price at which you've gone to ask for and presented it to them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pascal. Kindly move further and present to us your policy information.
Sharpness no one for me. And one back to back. No, no, sorry, I can't. Yeah. 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 No, I'm fine, man. That I'm telling you.
Just 3 minutes.
So I have my mission in mind. Whereby my mission and innovation and financial leadership that empowers every student to and support the growth of sustainable and student leadership. And my mission about how to manage talk about how to manage their financial resources, bringing out some kind of impactful program to help the students gain skills and kind of experience. This is my words. So in my policies, I'm having the governance and financial accountability, whereby I have the student health emergency support policy. This is the state whereby if any student maybe have health insurance, but sometimes it can be inactive. Sometimes you go to the hospital and the health insurance can take care of some of the drugs that you have to buy. Under my office of the SRC, in collaboration with the and the health services, these policies we are going to bring out evidence one that are going to support this student. This is there to promote the well-being and to make sure that everybody's financial status in kind of health is being taken care of. And I have my implementation, and I'm having over here, I'm having the emergency, like I said, and I'm having the so I'm having my emergency fund that is going to given out to the students, whereby the individual will be area, and then you take it from the welfare chairman or the representative and being taken care of. Then we have the re-embeds of SRC role of welfare. That is, we are reinforcing the role of the student welfare and health. So we have the driving chain, student transport policy, whereby there will be a subsidized price of the student system. And maybe in terms of examination period, the students are not going to pay any transport. The cars or the bus will go there to pick them free so that they can come freely to come and write the exam. In terms when they are late and they have to work on their various and collaboration with the hostel manager, they tell that when the buses fail to go there, in collaboration with the hostel manager, where they
I can't see anything.
the people not my that is
Hey,
didn't hear it today. Yes, that.
so tell us about to down.
Translation and also that empower students and support the student-driven initiative.
Mission statement.
That means
That is your
vision statement.
mission statement.
My mission statement. My mission statement is to ensure financial transparency, prioritize accountability, and bring forward that improve student skills and experience.
So how everybody see?
I've grouped my policies into four, whereby I have the students help emergency support system, that is the governance and transportation. That is the transportation, which I'm going to help the students, and I'm also having.
Can you explain that to us? How are you going to do that?
So, talk the SRC objective or is to promote academics, social activity, and this is over the year students having, let me say, on campus activities, let me say, on campus activities like activities night and all, but this is one. We are going to post or it's going to be a I think majority of it.
These are students. And I know that
And the together with the SRC president and the finance principal secretaries for all funds to be withdrawn.
so do you think this policy is necessary?
Yes, please.
Or is it?
So with collaboration, in collaboration with the whole SRC committee, executive committee, in our policy, sitting together with my SRC executive, the president, and the vice president, collectively, we actually will ensure that this policy is being taken into consideration and executed. And I'll give them the necessary information how it is going to be implemented.
What's your yes, what are you going to do?
Internet.
On that policy, this police are really always going
There is also international.
for the SRC. And for your entrepreneurship and training, training and development program, can turning skills into sustainable success. Tell us about that. Be safe.
Okay. So with that, with that, we are going to the SRC, under the office of the SRC Trader, in collaborating with the executive council or the executive committee of the SRC. We are going to make sure that we bring mentors, let's say mentees, that are going to help the students to bring out the kind of skills that they are having, train them in terms of, for example, a student how once how to do and so but how to get that's the difference between no, it's wrong. The mentor it was one because it was like or maybe
Continue this statement as different process. That's different. You told me what's the standard formatting used?
so we use the U times Roman and
Okay, so I'm seeing the time.
that is
So what if all this will really go
I went to vary. It's like that thing.
this relates to it, but I can't ask you.
That's
That's about it.
the core value for the SRC. Yeah, we are multi and that's the core values. They open a forum for students and also ensure that the students solidarity and to also activity.
Relating wishes into wishes you don't have
So since it's a student-driven initiative and support, so our related the whereby the SRC is responsible for all the work of the also and innovate transparent whereby the treasurer to present or maintain financial record of all the SRC and in terms of the student-driven initiative. So the skills, having the so I'll take it for final years.
Explain it to me.
So this is because when I final years, not being able to feedback some of their hopes. So sometimes they have to seek help, they have to go elsewhere to be seeking help and paying for money or for any kind of means that they are going to get money to pay for. So that a committee is
Thank
going to.
you. Thank you. You have been given a PVT, your brother did it from the right.
Yes.
It's not an excuse. We give you do you agree with me?
Yes, that's it.
Then I asked the police in relation to the SWOT analysis. What was the outcome?
Pardon? Yes.
So I said, treasure, full, right? Asking the police verification document through the SWOT analysis. What was the outcome?
I don't want to get a question.
And you know what the remote is, right? Give me the process that if the SRC want to procure something, move for it.
So first to we have a contract package. So based on the public the contract packages and we have the estimated cost or amount for the contract package that they have to take. And we have
to
the,
how reports the payment system.
so with that, so based on the let me say the contract for that, I'm going to buy a speaker and the and the budgeted amount was 9,080. So it was 9,080. So that was the estimated cost. That was the estimated cost for the speaker. So now I have to go to, when I go to town, I have to go to different places to know the cost of a speaker from any of the
Not going to get right.
yes.
Is your brother that prepared it?
No, this one. I don't know. I
Third page. What page?
think it was.
But the other one is page 7. Technical. The head. Page 7. Please.
Yeah.
Office academic.
It's a mistake.
Make mistakes. How are you going to ensure you don't make mistakes in the class?
Okay, we did evaluation. My committee will routinize all reports and everything to ensure that, like from the data to recognize the are there to help me to recognize the mistakes present to the students.
In your policies, outline some of the ones that will be source of idea for the SRC.
So the source of idea is going to be for that's going to be the IGF for the SRC. I think, and the rest is a support from the SRC. That's going to be the number.
So, are you will be accepted by your fellow relatives?
It's subject to change.
You convince us to accept performance as fellow relatives.
So, basically helping the student in terms of their welfare or their health. Basically, if they have financial challenges without them being able to purchase any drug, the SRC is there to help them and by providing them emergency fund for that process. So, and also the technical assistance for all final years. This is to help them to debug any programming, any codes, to debug any code from there.
Thank you. Obviously, in a way, you are telling us that you'll be doing what is that amazing.
Currently,
But
he's not there currently.
he's in this kind of place. We
300.
300. Budgeting and some budgeting. It's very basic, and you may need to do it. So it's don't use it. It's yes.
PPT.
And you are now learning how to make PPT.
Or SRC. That's Rory. Rory,
Now,
Rory.
Ebenezer. So, as the SRC's financial, sorry, as the treasurer, so the department's financial thing under your.
Yes.
So let's assume the financial secretary from my department is going to buy a GST. The department abide by the procurement stated in the procurement act.
With that, for competitive tendering. So he made sure that those vendors have made their out to him concerning the jersey that to be purchased. So you take from 10 vendors, then he checked the prices for each of the vendors, and he like the competitive tendering. So by checking all the cost and everything for the jersey, then he will look at timing and the at which that vendor is going to deliver the jersey, check the quality of the so the estimated cost that is going to present by the he look at the protocol to be used. Then the processes and the time and the delivery will also be ensured for him to take by the
Now, can a procurement entity divide the procurement order into small parts? Yes, why?
yeah, because we have multi-component entity. So we have the our deal with the regional level. We also have the institution committee that for station house of process. It also follow processes, so it will be divided by the public procurement transaction are being effected.
Okay, Ebenezer, do you want to rest? Of the government of according to the student guide, what are if beginning to
Economic impeachment, removal
the student guide SRC?
of economic impeachment, withdrawal of office, and dismissal.
According to the student guide. Okay, let's move on. The new secretariat is supposed to represent the student body with two officers of the SRC, the national NUGS. What are these two people?
The local news president and together with the SRC president shall represent the student body at the national level.
The new secretariat of the university at the national local news with two executives. Who are they?
The president and the general secretary.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on. According to the UMaT, as expressed out of the Constitution, what is stated under Article 2?
So I want to paraphrase if I am
Okay.
So it stated that if any student or club or any agencies found any of the constitution to be inconsistent to the point of or to the extent of being inconsistent, it is taken as not void. No.
They will lie. I can point out three that you are giving to us thinking. I would lie to us. You took 1,000 by the coming tell us that you took last amount. Thank you.
You know, limit mandates. Pass my question.
So the budget is the cost of the items that are going to the amount. An amount that you've thought of which the price of the equipment is going to be. That is going to be the estimated amount. So maybe I estimated the speaker to be 900, and the budgeted amount are budgeted like 980 the speaker.
So you sign an advance payment for the women's when let's say 80,000, but no rounds and the which figures are included. Then to pay the NUGS.
No.
You sign an advance payment for the women's revenue. It's 80,000, but no ramps exist, and which else users are excluded. Identify the legal breach.
Legal
Breach.
if I don't
Did you read the Disability Act? What do you know about the Disability Act?
so the Disability Act talks about let me say the right of persons with disability and right to family life, education, entertainment, and
With the question on that, what is the legal breach then?
give me a moment.
So your finance committee failed to make public the last quarter, the last semester one statement. The student body complains of lack of transparency and trust. What's the constitutional? Is there a constitutional violation?
So the Constitution tells that
Is there a constitutional violation?
validation.
Violation. Try to again. So the finance committee failed to make public the last semester bank statement as required. The student body complains of lack of transparency and trust. Is there a constitutional violation?
Yes.
What are the articles state that?
Remember the article.
So as a treasurer, what immediate action would you propose?
So with that, like I said, every necessary receipt or bank draft will be given to the after being audited by the audit committee. If found maybe corrupt, the investigation committee of the LE have to cross-check everything, and if found that there is corruption anywhere, they forward the information to the judicial committee or the judicial council, and they give the necessary to the individual.
So this is the case. That is what is happening. I've come to you to convince us. We are the students that have come to you that there's no transparency. So convince us.
So with that,
Talk to us how you talk to the students.
so with that, when a budget is being drafted, it is publicized for the student public to know the amount stipulated for everything or item that you are going to buy. So what is being done is that, let's say for a semester, you actually had a money to buy maybe a PA system or a laptop or anything. So whatever I buy, I keep the receipts and I keep all financial transaction statements. So I present that one to the audit for them to cross-check and review everything. So after them reviewing it, they can then go on and write a letter or publicize it to the student with the checks and everything, shows that everything is being accountable. Since everything is done not in closed sitting, but it's in open sitting, so the student will be aware of all money spent.
And who's the head of the finance committee?
The SRC chair.
So, which means you are part of the committee and we delay, right? And there's no transparency. Or yes or no?
Yes.
So, the General Assembly has approved the second semester budget estimate. But halfway through the term, the project or programs can identify a 2,500 opportunity for campus solar lamps requiring extra funding. What procedure initiate to handle this urgent spend?
We are going to fast question.
So, the General Assembly has approved, the admin has approved the second semester budget or second semester budget estimate. But halfway through your project or program can identify the 2,500 opportunity for campus solar lamps requiring extra funding. What procedure will you initiate or what procedure will you initiate to handle this urgent spend?
So I'll make sure that I submit all the records of all unbudgeted items, the receipt of all unbudgeted items to the audit committee of the LNUGS for them to take out the process. And I'll be there for me to be held accountable of all the unbudgeted items that have been sent by the SRC.
Thank you.
Mr. Ebenezer. Justice November.
To write a sample of annual certificates. You call this an annual certificate?
No, please.
You call it an annual certificate?
No, please.
So what's an annual certificate?
Annual certificate is a certificate that is being given out to show that an item has been bought but without taking the receipt. So it's an agreement between the persons, let's say the treasurer or the person giving the contract and the person purchasing it. You sign to show that okay, this amount has been given to
So
you.
what's missing in the documents?
So the date, the title, and the number of which the purpose of the money being given out, and the name of the person and the signature of the person is.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Draw a budget of an SRC. Ebenezer, please, your time is up. Please. What do you understand by miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous is work for that is there is an inflation of that you budgeted to cover the.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'll give you 1 minute to talk to your supporters and engage them.
Thank you. So thank you. The SRC treasurer, Aspirants, and also the local news coordinator. And as part of our being voted in as the local news coordinator, I didn't betray you, and I believe that if you vote me in as the SRC treasurer, I'm also going to be financially accountable for you, and also not going to betray you as being the local news coordinator. And thank you very much.
You can leave the room now.